Every time we talk about a premeditated shooting on here, we say the same thing. If you are someone who has put out the name of this transgender person or the person in general who commits a premeditated murder, you are part of the problem. Do not give them the satisfaction of knowing that their name is everywhere. And more importantly, do not give future people the opportunity to even have a thought process of, well, if I get down one day, at least my name will be in the news. No one needs to know their name. They're not important. You know what names need to be in the news? The people who got killed. We need to be able to remember them. How backwards is that? We live in a country where the shooter's name is in the news, but the kids, the adults, it's hard to find their names, or they're in very small print. Stop using their names. You want some change? Change the stuff that we have control over. You have control over what you put in your news company's articles. You have control over what is said on the news. Big thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Black Forest NMN. Y'all have seen testosterone on the channel before. You've seen them a little bit. This helps replace NAD+ levels, which decreases as you get older. I've been on this for a few months. Amazing energy. I'm burning fat quicker. And this product is so effective, the FDA is trying to take the rights and give it to one company. So long story short, it may not be around for much longer. So we're giving you a discount. There's a link below the video. Go try it out. This is amazing stuff. Oh boy, do we have a show today. My God. I'm sure everyone's heard already, but the other day, a transgender man, walked into a school in Tennessee and shot people. Now, obviously, this is not a part of the anti-gun agenda that people want to hear. The anti-gunners want to hear a white, Trump-loving person walked into a school and shot people. Unfortunately, that's not the plan. Transgenders have launched an all-out war against Christians, against people who, I don't know, are American.
We have experienced many decades now of having agency over our body, of being able to determine when and how many children to have. We know what that feels like. We know what that's done for our lives. We're not going back. I don't care what the laws are.
Besides marching and protesting, what else do you suggest?
Well, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a miraculous. What did you say?
Murder.
She's kidding. Wait a second. She's just kidding.
Don't say that. That's
you don't know. They'll pick up on that and just run with it.
The worst.
She's just kidding.
Well, let me talk to you about. Let's move on and talk about Jane.
They're even using signage of what the White House calls assault weapons. Yeah? All the transgenders, y'all want to go to war with us? Please, that would be such a fun Wednesday to have. So in order for the feds to try to hide that this person was a trans person, they had news companies posting articles saying that it was a teen girl who went into the school and shot people. Look at this. Nashville school shooting. Teenage girl kills 3 children and 3 adults. Wow, okay. Since when is someone that's 28 a teenager? Let's get into actually what happened here. This dude pulls up in a Nissan Leaf or something comparable. Very small. Never judge a book by its cover. Perfect example here. He walks up and he or she, I don't really know what to call the person. And everyone who's like, oh, you're so insensitive. I legitimately don't know. I haven't studied all of this stuff enough to be like, well, did he start a man and become a woman? Or did he cut it off? Or did he like attach one? Or how does it work? I don't care enough to know. I'm not being insensitive, I just don't have any knowledge on it, so I'm not gonna speak clearly to it. And if it pisses you off, that's your own problem. So this dude or chick, see there I go again, walks up to the front door of the school and just starts blasting rounds through the front door. You've watched way too many movies. You know you can just open the door, right? So then she walks around and We don't really see any action. And then we go into the body cam footage of the police officers. And my God, y'all did an outstanding job. Let me make sure I say their names, the two officers who put this guy down, because my God, outstanding. This is the kind of stuff we need to see after Uvalde. They went in there completely selfless, started clearing rooms with 3 cops. Officer Michael Colazzo and Officer Rex Engelbert. Great tactics, great communication, and you left it all out there on the field.
Give me 3. Let's get 3. Let's go. Metro Police. Door. With me. Hold the door. Next. Open it. I got it. Bathroom. Let's go.
So they put this guy down, and the aftermath is kind of the curious point on what we need to talk about. There was some lady who interrupted a Fox News interview, and she goes and spouts off about gun control.
Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? I'm from Highland Park, Illinois. My son and I survived a mass shooting over the summer. I am in Tennessee on a family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer.
Stop. Same with Biden. Stop.
These are weapons of war. I'm a Second Amendment guy. I have 2 shotguns. My sons have shotguns. But our states, everybody thinks somehow the Second Amendment is absolute. You're not allowed to go out and own an automatic weapon. You're not allowed to own a machine gun. You're not allowed to own a flamethrower. You're not allowed to own so many other things.
They just look stupid without a brace or a stock on it. I figured it out. I'll just put a flamethrower on it.
Why in God's name do we allow these weapons of war in our streets and at our schools? According to law enforcement, the shooter of this horror had 2 assault weapons and a pistol.
All of you shut the hell up. You want a solution? You want something that's legitimately going to work? You want something that is going to save lives? You know how this shooting stopped? You know how lives were saved? A good guy with a gun. A good guy with a gun went in and killed the bad guy. If someone sees this on the news and they see the name plastered everywhere and they have a bad day, or they see this as something that they want to do, they're going to go and do it. What stops that? Do you think banning assault weapons is going to stop that? No. They'll just use a pistol. Sure, you can ban them on paper, but they're still going to be around. There's too many. And guess what? Every time there's some sort of shooting on the news, every time there's some sort of crime on the news, more people buy guns. We're adding to it daily. We're not taking it away. So what is the solution? I'm going to give it to you. Ready? And this is what someone should go up and have a press conference about in the White House. Screw the ATF. Fire them all. We don't need them. People drink alcohol. People use tobacco, and people like guns. That's it. We don't need the ATF. Take all of those jobs, take all of that budget, and make sure that every school in this country is guarded like a prison. They're the future of this country. It's not you, it's not us, it's the children. But no, instead, you want to hire 87,000 new IRS agents. You want to give $2 billion plus extra to the ATF. You want to make sure the FBI has all of their funding to cover up all of your son's mishaps in his life. There is a solution here, and it has nothing to do with taking away guns. And it has everything to do with arming more people and making sure more people are aware, to where if someone like this tries again, they're done.